turn the radio off right now and listen to The Chris Miles Show.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Chris Miles Show.
What's going on, people? What's going on? I hope all is well. We are excited to be here today. Welcome to episode 70 of the Chris Miles Show. We are blessed to be here with live and uncut clarity and living color. We're going to try to entertain you guys today. Episode 70 is called Gaza Stripped. Let me go on and welcome everybody. Mr. Producer, how you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Man, I'm here, man. A lot of stuff going on. Lot we're gonna try to uncover and talk about today on the Chris Miles Show. Wherever you are in the world, we want to welcome you once again, man. I know everybody's pretty much captivated about all of the stuff that they're actually seeing going on out here over there in the Middle East with Israel and the Palestinians. So we're gonna cover a lot of content on that today. So y'all ride with us. Mr. Producer, what's going on, man? How's everything going?
Oh, everything going good, man.
Everything going good?
Just watching this stuff that's going on in the news.
Really?
Trying to see the lesson that you give us today.
Well, I'm gonna try to lay it out. We've loaded people. We've loaded some content that I think everybody's gonna find really interesting. What I really find, should I use the word? I just use the word effed up. Is when you watch CNN, when you watch Fox News, MSNBC, you read the rags, everything is one side. Have you noticed that, Mr. Producer? Like, everything is favoring Israel. Like, everybody's talking about Hamas and the stuff that Hamas went in and they did and kidnapped and all this. But what I find so damning about all that, it's the same thing Israel has been doing all along to the Palestinians.
Yeah, you're right. I've been noticing that it's real one-sided. Palestine ain't but so big. It's kind of the equivalent of how Russia and the size of Russia and Ukraine. Russia is this whole big landscape. Ukraine is, like a bleep on the map. So,
right.
I mean, obviously, who has the biggest military or who has the most land, they outright should be the bully.
Well, but this is the thing, Mr. Producer. Before 1948, it was Palestine.
Right.
After 1948, this is the thing that people tend to get misconstrued. Okay, I have a video. I don't know if I sent it to you earlier, but I'm probably gonna send it over to you. But this is the thing, Mr. Producer. Before 1948, it was Palestine.
Yeah, I put the map up there.
Okay. After 1948, the nation of Israel became a nation, basically. And that was done largely in part by the United States and Great Britain. So what we're going to do today, people, for everybody that's tuning in, we're going to educate you on the people that's in the land of Israel today. They're not true Israel. That's right. The people that's native to that land are who, Mr. Producer? Tell them.
The blacks that they speak of in the Bible.
The so-called Negroes or African Americans in the United States the so-called Hispanics and the so-called Native Americans are native to the land of Israel. Now, I know a lot of you all are probably asking, like, how is that even possible? It's possible because during the time, 70 AD, the so-called Negroes are from the tribe of Judah ran into the interiors of Africa because they was running from or escaping Roman persecution. So they ran into the interiors of Africa. Most of us, our ancestors settled on the western coast of Africa, which would be considered Sierra Leone, the Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Nigeria. Those areas, some went into South Africa. But the point is, most of our ancestors settled on the western coast of Africa. And subsequently, we got picked up by slave ships and brought to the Americas. So when you all hear people are talking about Africans sold Africans, that's not true. Africans sold Hebrews or Israelites to the Edomites or white people. Now, the people now you might ask about the Native Americans and the people of Hispanic descent, right? They were part, you had the northern and the southern tribe. The Most High cast the northern tribes out 800 years before the southern tribe got over into the Americas. Reason being, the northern tribes was not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of God. So he cast them out. They came down through the Euphrates and settled Central, South, North America, and also in the islands, Cuba, the Caribbean islands, and all that stuff. That's why you see a lot of the cultures are the same. Same thing with what's called the Ishmaelites, which are the so-called Mexicans. And we all brought something, although our history was beat out of us, we still kept some of the culture. When you see the Native American Indians, they have fringes on their garments. You see the Mexicans, they have, or what's the Ishmaelites, they have what's called unleavened bread. The burritos, the tacos is unleavened bread. So we kept a lot of our culture, that being, although the Europeans beat a lot of that out of us. So what we're going to try to do today, we're going to not try to do, but we're going to educate everybody on where we are and what's actually going on and all of this stuff moving forward, because it is highly essential. Because the people that's in the land over there today are not Israel at all. Or Yasha'Allah would be the proper term for Israel. They're not Israel. Those people are Khazarians. And the whole problem with that's going forward today is that they're occupiers. It's the same thing what happened in the United States. That these people have come, the Europeans have come in here to colonize, they've taken over, they kill the people, and they take on the identity of the people that they've murdered out of the earth, pretty much. And what I can't say I'm necessarily baffled about, but what gets me is you hear these political pundits say Israel have a right to exist. Well, they're not Israel. They took on the identity of the so-called Negroes, who is true Israel, who don't know that they're Israel because their ancestors beat the shit out of us and gave us an identity that they want us to have, which we are named after what's called two continents, which is Africa and America. Leo Scipios Africanus and Amerigos Vespucci, two Italian individuals who were navigators and map makers They named us after that. So we're walking around identifying ourselves as two continents. All along, these people have gone in the land and they know the scripture. This is why they are trying to do everything possible to prevent Iran from being able to get a nuke, which is Bible prophecy. So all of the things that you all are starting to see over there now is Bible prophecy. Anything you want to add? Let me pull something up, Mr. Producer. Anything you want to add? Conversation?
Man, I'm just here to learn, man. I'm saying, I'm intrigued about everything you're saying.
Let me get something, people.
So you're saying the people that's over there right now ain't supposed to be there?
Say again?
You saying the people that's over there now are not native of that land?
Hell no, they're not. They're Khazarians. And they know that they're Khazarians. This is the thing. I've been battling with this guy, Michael Rappaport. For nothing, he will not engage me. He won't conversate with me. I'm finna send you something I need you to put on the screen, Mr. Producer.
You talking about the actor Rappaport?
Yeah, the actor. Wow. Can you believe I was trying to send you this? My phone just hung up.
I'm saying, what was
It
it?
froze. Hold on.
I'm saying, what was it, picture or something?
Yeah, hold on. Now it's dragging. That's how you know, people, that there's Satan and negative energy that's happening around us. Like, a lot of times you're like, damn, why is this shit happening like this? Because it's Satan. It's energy. And he wants to prevent the message because he wants to have longevity. This is why these people are over there now bombing the shit out of the Palestinian people, the land of Palestine. The Most High is getting ready to bring an end to all of the shenanigans of the things that you all see going forward. It ain't shit they can do about it because God is not a liar. He's not a liar. Mr. Producer, did that picture come over to you?
Yeah.
I need you to put that on the screen for me. This was Egypt's second, the president over there. Hold on, let me pull his name up. This was, his name was Gamal Abdel Nasser, okay? When Mr. Medusa bring that image up on the screen, I'm going to read to you what he said. Okay. All right. He said, I told the Ashkelon Jews who descend not from Shem, but from Japheth through Gomer, whose unclass was Magog and Tubal. You will never be able to live in Israel in peace because you left here black and you came back white. Let me reiterate what this is. The guy that you see on your screen right now, people, was Egypt's second president. Okay? He told the people that's in that land today, you will never be able to live in Israel in peace because you left here black and came back white.
Wow.
Now, what's crazy about all that is everybody that's in Congress, say that the people that's in the land, the Israelis, the so-called Jews, have a right to exist. So how that the people that was initially in that land were black, but they left there and they came back into the land, and now they're Caucasians.
Man, how did that happen?
It happened because those people that's over there, Michael Rappaport people, they're not native to the land. And they're doing what Europeans have always done, which is colonize the area. They go in, they murder the people out of the earth. That's what's going on over there today. And this is the thing, Mr. Producer. I had to tell somebody earlier. If I have a dog, right? And you know I'm an advocate dog lover, right?
Right.
You know that. If I have a dog, Mr. Producer, and I got that dog out there tied to the tree, and I go out there and I kick the shit out that dog, and I beat that dog as I take his water, I fuck over that dog. I do dirt to him every day. What that dog is gonna do to me, Mr. Producer, first opportunity he get?
He gonna bite you.
He gonna bite me in my ass. It is a natural reaction, people, for people to set up a defense when they are being mistreated. That's natural. That is natural, people. What's unnatural is for you to have people who go in there and claim the identity of somebody who they are not, deceive the world, once again, deceive the world into believing something that's a fucking lie, and you go in and start murdering the people out, and then everybody that's connected to G7 and the United States say that these people have a right to exist. So how did we go, Mr. Producer, from Palestine before 1948 to where we are today?
Man.
You need to get that?
No, I'm good.
I need to know this.
I think we need to know it too.
So, when you look on CNN, when you look at Fox News and all these other networks out here, there's a bias. This shit is one-sided.
Yeah, are you saying
They're
that?
saying, oh man, that, you know, Hamas did this, Hamas did that. Why the fuck does Hamas exist? Huh? Tell me. We should have opened the phone lines up today. But somebody need to tell me. Let me cut my computer back on. Somebody need to tell me today, why do they exist? I want to know.
But I'm saying if they at war and Israel attacking them, shouldn't they supposed to just lay there and not do anything?
Who is they?
The Palestine.
Well, this is the thing, right? And you know they're good at. And we're gonna run those videos in a minute, but the people, the occupiers, and the sympathizers to the occupiers are good at twisting information. So what they're saying is, and let me just put this out here. I don't condone anything Hamas, whoever the fuck Hamas is. I don't condone what they've done. Okay, it's kind of like it goes back to the essence of.
I'm saying it's war though.
I get it, it's war, but
war. I mean, it ain't no rules in war.
I get that.
I mean, United States bombed a whole drop nukes on the whole country. I'm saying, like, I mean, it ain't no rules in war. So if Israel, if they saying Hamas doing all this to their people,
right? But that's my
Israel
point.
doing the same thing to their people.
That's the thing.
So
remember, hold on. Let's go back. Remember something, Mr. Producer. Before 1940, let's go back. Let's go back to.
But I mean, but like you said, the powers to be has stock in Israel. So of course.
Yeah, so
of course, even if Israel wrong, they gon', they got they back.
This is why God has to judge these people. And I'm gonna tell you something else too, Mr. Producer. Let me just put this out here, right? This is what I want you to understand. Do you know that the highest level of skin cancer is in Israel? Like, they don't put the statistics out there, but the highest level of skin cancer is right there in Israel.
Right. That's kind of.
You know why? Because they're not. They
ain't native. They ain't native to that land.
They're not native
right.
to exactly.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's simple.
To everybody out there that's watching the Chris Miles show today, Google the information. It'll come up. They have a high level of people over there dying with skin cancer. Why?
Yeah, just like they were saying, Jesus. There's no way Jesus could have been fair skinned walking through Egypt. Like that, he would have been red. He would have stood out like a thumb.
Exactly. His skin would have bust.
Right. So yeah,
this is the thing, people. We have what is called neuromelanin skin, right? They are what's called pheomelanin. There's a difference. We have pigment in our skin. Our skin is tolerant of the sun. We can tolerate the sun. The people that's in the land of Israel cannot. But the reason why all of these things are what they are is because the banking system, the Hollywood music industry, all of this other shit, they control. They have now given us Sexy Red and Suki Hunter. They are behind the shit that you see going on. All right, so somebody said they on my son-in-law say he's on our live, but he can't see or hear anything. Are you on? Hold on. He says he's on YouTube.
I don't know. I hear.
Okay, wow. It's fixed. They could be seriously fucking with the sound, all kind of shit. Mr. Producer.
Yeah.
We also, this evening, we're going to talk about that of Jada Pinkett Smith. Because come to find out, she lied about a lot of stuff. But that's later. We're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna stay on this topic because we want people to get familiarized with what's going on out there. So where were we, Mr. Producer?
I don't know. You was talking about
Jesus Christ is the only true Messiah. Look how they all crowd around him. So many souls have been deceived. Pray for these people. We are living in the end times. Jesus said, "For many will come in my name and deceive many." Matthew 24:5. Matthew 24:6-8. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains. If you don't know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, repent and believe in Him. You are running out of time.
So, Mr. Producer, the people that you see in there, as it just said now, you watch the video, see, right? It says that many shall come in the name of Christ, right?
Yeah.
Right? Now, paraphrase, the scripture say, prove all things, and hold fast to that which is what? Good, right?
Good.
Okay, right. So, everybody out there hearing my voice, I want you to go to Jeremiah 14:2. I read the King James Version because all these other versions out there are knockoff versions, right, of the Bible. And you have to, Mr. Producer, bring in the Bible to validate what you're saying pertaining to the stuff that's going on over there, because the whole thing is everybody out there in the world is completely deceived on what's truly going on. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Does that make sense? Okay.
I mean, especially if the world is making these Israelis the chosen people, so obviously you got to bring the Bible in. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring it forth. Yeah.
There we go. All right. So everybody out there, if you all have a cell phone, iPhone, Android, what's the other one out there? Samsung. You got a Bible. Go to Jeremiah 14:2. Preferably the King James Version, right? Now, the scripture, Jeremiah 14:2 reads, Judah mourning. Now, where does the word Jew is an acronym for what? Judah.
Judah.
Right. So, the word Jew is an acronym for the word Judah. Okay? Now, it says, now this is the Bible. This is the Bible, people. And like I say, the Bible say, prove all things. And this is what we're going to do. Jeremiah 14:2 says, Judah mourneth. Now, what is if somebody's in mourning, what is that, Mr. Producer?
They grieving over
There
death.
you go. To mourn is like death. It's a bad situation. It's a negative connotation. It's terrible stuff tied to mourning, right? It says, Judah, remember, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. Gates thereof languishing, meaning that they have absolutely no protection. They have nobody to protect them or be there for them. They are, what it says, black unto the ground. Once again, Jeremiah 14:2 says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cries of Jerusalem is gone up. Judah was in Jerusalem. And the cries of Jerusalem, meaning the prayers, has gone up to God. So the Most High God, here, Judah, who's his favorite tribe of the 12 tribes of Israel, he hears their prayers. And it says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cries of Jerusalem are going up. So who are the people in that land over there, Mr. Producer?
Sound like black people. Are you talking about now?
The people that's over there now, who are they?
I don't know. They imposters, I know.
There we go. Now, let me get something else, people. Let me get something else. This is Jeremiah 8:21. Once again, Jeremiah 8:21, it says, for the hurt of the daughters of my people, I hurt. Let me go back. For the hurt of the daughters of my people am I hurt. I am black. Astonishment has taken hold on me. Once again, the people are being identified as black, which means different shades of brown. Now, if you go to any other Bible, the New King James Version, the American Version, the word black has been omitted. Why? Because the Bible is a book dealing with a specific group of people whose identity has been hidden, and those people are identified as African and American. And the people that's in Congress and the people that's over there in the land of Israel, they know exactly who we are. And it's a game, it's a scheme that they're running. And they know as long as they can keep us away from where we need to be, they feel like they're going to control the earth. But the Most High God is bringing an end to the bullshit that they have propagated on the world. And now they're over there doing what's instinctively of them to do, which is bombing the Palestinians. And this goes back to the theory what I was talking about earlier when I spoke on the fact of having a dog tied to a tree and mistreating that dog. It's the same shit that happened during the Watts riot in LA back in the 60s. What was the other guy got beat up? Rodney King. When you oppress a people, people are gonna act out violently. Excuse me. This is what people have to understand. You got this son of a bitch, Michael Rappaport, pale ass. I'm finna get a scripture for him too, to further prove to you that those people over there ain't who they say they are. And this is why they're hated. This is why they're hated. And this is why they don't want anybody to talk about this, because when it's talked about, it becomes problematic for them, because the lies that they have facilitated throughout the earth begin to be exposed. But you cannot be God's people and you over there dropping bombs on kids, man. You give people a fucking route to take, and when they leave out of there, you dropping bombs on kids. The kids ain't fucking Hamas. They're children. And you dropping bombs on them. And you want us in the world to believe that you're God's chosen people. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's what that is. And it comes down to your lies are being exposed for what they are. That's what this is. That's what this is, people. Let me get this other scripture for Michael. You got a picture here? Let me get this. Because this motherfucker has had a lot to say, man. Yes, sir. So this I'm going to further prove, and then we're going to go into these videos. I'm going to further prove to you that we have all been lied to. Soon as Mr. Producer bring this up.
I'm bringing it up.
We got it? Now, I want you all to take in the facts into consideration of this guy here, as he was on there earlier rallying about. He said that stop using the term Jew and use the term Jewish, where the ISH is a suffix. Once again, people, if we use the term Jewish, the ISH is a suffix. It would be the same as saying blackish, reddish, yellowish. It means, the ISH means pertaining to the original origin of something. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Producer? If I say blackish, that would be what?
Black like.
Black light. So Jewish is what?
Jew like.
Jew like. They telling you they ain't the people of the Bible. Matter of fact, we're gonna prove all things. This is why the title of the show today is called Gaza Stripped. Gaza could be a female's name. Stripped. These people have stripped the Palestinians of everything. And we can't get mad about it. And we can, because I won't sound insensitive. I don't mean it like that. What I'm saying is, to bring light to it, is the things that we see happening is Bible prophecy, people. That's what's going on. All right? Now, leave him up there for a second. Now, when you look at this guy here, he's Esau. He's a white guy. He's pale as all get out, right? When you say that, Mr. Producer?
Yeah, he's a Caucasian guy.
He's pale, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all listen up. Everybody, get your Bibles, get your phones, or whatever you got. I want y'all to go to Isaiah 29 and 22. And I'm calling these off the top of my head. These scriptures, we used to go out, we used to do this every day. This is Isaiah 29 and 22. And it reads, therefore thus says the Lord, who redeemeth Abraham. I thought God was God of everybody.
That's what they say?
Okay, that's what they say, right? Let me go back. Therefore thus says the Lord, who redeemeth Abraham, concerning the house of Jacob. Judah came out of who?
Jacob.
Out of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. Let me reiterate what I just read, people. This is Isaiah 29:22. Now, you got Michael Rappaport on your screen. He say he's Jewish, or he's a Jew, right? Now, something ain't adding up. 2 plus 2 ain't 6. Let me read that again. Isaiah 29 and 22. Therefore, thus says the Lord, who redeemeth Abraham, concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. The guy that's on the screen is pale, Mr. Producer.
Yeah.
So, it goes to show you the pheomelanin. This is why they have a high rate of skin cancer over there in the land of Israel today. Why? He's pale. But they have convinced the world, that they are native to that land over there. And they bombing the shit out of the Palestinians. Like, the people don't have shit. Now, out of all of the Arab groups that you see out here today, the Palestinians are the poorest ones out of all of them. Now, guess who else is Palestinian, Mr. Producer?
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled. How did you know that, man?
I just figured that's where you was going.
DJ Khaled is Palestinian. We the best. And he's relatively been very quiet about what is happening to his people over there. the land of Palestine, or what is now known as Israel. Mr. Producer, give me a video. What we got? It just clown off my screen, man. Now, what you all see on your screen, people, is the devastation of bombs that Israel has dropped on the Palestinian people. Now they're saying Hamas is hiding amongst the civilians of the Palestinians. But this is the devastation that has happened to the Gaza Strip. Now, what is so messed up about all of that is these people have been relegated to a fucking strip that's barricaded, and all of the elements that they need for the basic essential to be a viable source or to survive is controlled by the Israelis. The water, the food. There are blockades everywhere. Imagine before these people came in that the government say they have a right to exist. Imagine how those people move throughout those areas freely. But after they came in, all of the turmoil came. Same thing that happened in the United States with the real Israelites, who are identified as Native Americans or Seminole Indians. These people moved freely throughout the Americas. But once Murder Incorporated came in, they got restricted to fucking concentration camp. And that's what the Gaza Strip is. It's a goddamn concentration camp. And what's so messed up about it is the United States government sends $4 to $6 billion annually over to Israel for weaponry, the Iron Dome, and all these other things that they have that they're using on this people. Do you all not think that God don't see what you're doing? There was a white guy on TikTok the other day. This is why I love TikTok. While all of this shit was going on, there were chariots. There were three chariots above all of the bombing, recording. So the Most High is aware of all this because he used prophets to bring out that these things were going to happen. And they're doing just that. This is Bible prophecy unfolding. So these governments, G7, the United States, and all these people who are watching these kids get murdered by American bombs that Israel is dropping on these folks, you all are going to have to tell God, explain this to Christ when that sky cracked. Because he's going to hold you accountable for it. What we got next, Mr. Producer? Now what you see on your screen, people, is a kid that is unalive. Palestinian kid. Now this is what CNN and these other news conglomerate are not showing you. They only want you to show sympathy or to have empathy for the people over there that's dropping bombs on kids. This is what they want you to not see. They only want to tell one side of it, and this is what is so good about social media. because it gives us an opportunity to showcase what's really going on over there. And there's always two sides to a story. No one can tell me this is right. What we got next, Mr. Producer? Well, we'll deal with this too. This is an airplane that's stuck in time.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Hold on, go to another one.
That's okay. It's a so anyway. So since he brought this in, that's an airplane that was actually stuck. Like it's not even moving.
Residential buildings.
Now, pause that for a second.
And they're not covering that on CNN.
Now, for clarity, people, this is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, right? Ron DeSantis has already shown us all he's a racist. He's shown us he has a bias against people of color. He's shown us that he's an evil individual. I want everybody that's watching the Chris Miles show this evening, I want you all to listen to what this motherfucker says. I'm talking about Ron DeSantis. What he says, and to show you that he's a despicable person. And this is what I'm saying. Like, here it is, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, and all these other news conglomerates out there are very one-sided in how they deliver the news, right? But listen to what Ron DeSantis, this evil bastard, said. Bring it up, Mr. Producer.
In refugee camps,
They are
and saw how
not
displaced they
decapitating
were.
babies' heads. They are
Right, I
not
know, but
intentionally doing
they're
that.
blowing up entire residential buildings. I watched Al Jazeera's, and they're not covering that on CNN.
Well, I would be
All
very
they're
careful
showing-
with Al Jazeera. I mean, that's funded
I
by
see
a
what-
lot of these Middle East governments.
Yeah, but
I'd be very careful with Al
Okay, but I don't
Jazeera.
think they're faking pictures of families carrying their babies in, totally dead. You know, it's a two-way street. Israel has been killing Palestinians for the whole time Gaza has existed, and they've been contained in a prison.
Israel put in a warning, we're going to go in this area, civilians leave. Hamas tells them not to leave. Hamas wants them to be human shields. That's their tactic, technique, and procedure. How many other armed forces give warnings to get out before they go? I think Israel's probably the only one in the world that does that.
Absolutely. I don't condone the killing of any innocent civilians,
Yes, you do.
and I don't condone what Hamas did in the kibbutzes, but Israel is doing the exact same thing with Benjamin Netanyahu, who is a radical right-wing crazy person, and I see hundreds of Palestinian families that are dead, and they have nowhere to go because they can't leave the Gaza because no one's opening their borders.
Well, that's
and they
the
have
thing. Now, you bring up a
300,000
good
ground
point,
troops
though. You
going.
bring up a really good point. Why aren't these Arab countries willing to absorb some of the Palestinian Arabs? They will not do it.
Because
Egypt will not do it.
all the
Saudi will not do
Palestinians,
it. None
they
of them
were all
will do it.
displaced from their homes in 1948. I was there. I saw where people
None of
were
them will
living.
do it.
in
None of the
caves.
Arab countries will be able to accept refugees.
You have my vote, but you don't now.
Oh, that was so eloquent. He told that motherfucker, didn't he? Listen, I took some notes.
I'm saying, like,
Go ahead.
what's the problem with the people being there? Like, why they? I'm saying, like, if they the real Jews of the Bible, like, they shouldn't have any problem with the Palestinians being their neighbors.
Because they're not the people of that.
I understand that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. So they just.
I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying. But this is the thing. Mr. Producer made an eloquent point. Like, this is the thing. If these people are really who they say they are, if they're really who they say they are, they should welcome everybody in to that land, should they not? Right?
Right.
If you are who you say you are, There shouldn't be no wars. There shouldn't be shit going on over there.
Because I know whenever we have a family reunion or barbecue, everybody invited.
Hey, matter of fact, you got friends and shit. People that you invite your friends to the family reunion.
Right, come on in.
Come on in. But this is the thing, people. If these people are truly who they say they are, there wouldn't be no fighting whatsoever. Something ain't adding up. That's the point. That's why the title of the show is called Gaza Strip. Now, let's go back to Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis said that Al Jazeera was a government-funded news media that was funded by the Arabs or the Arab country. That's what he just said, right, Mr. Producer?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the propaganda that a bastard like Ron DeSantis would put up there. This is why I say, man, these people are evil at core and they're dangerous. Now he's in the state of Florida. He's ran all of the Hispanics out of Florida. Ain't shit going in, ain't none going in, ain't none coming out. Okay? And he could potentially be the president of the next president of the United States. Ron DeSantis could. But he said that Al Jazeera was Arab government funded, right? He's saying that the images that they are showing were not true images. We're gonna prove that they are. We're gonna prove his ass wrong. He also asked why the Arab countries did not take in the refugees. Now, I want y'all to think about something. The people that's on the border of the United States, right? They're what? They're refugees, right?
Right.
They call them illegal aliens. Why the United States not taking them in? Ron DeSantis, that border, they're down there on the Texas border, not the border of Florida. But Ron DeSantis' ass is sending planes down there, picking the people up and flying them to Chicago, Massachusetts, New York, and all. They have nothing to do with it. Why he ain't been charged? We're interfering with federal government business. These are the questions that you have to ask. But Ron DeSantis said that the Arab countries would not take the Palestinians in. He has an opportunity to take in the Hispanics into his state of Florida. He know what's going on. The people are running from Nicaragua. The same shit going on in Nicaragua going on over there in the land of Israel, formerly Palestine. What is he doing? They're trying to send them back. Or once they get here, they are sending them to areas where the Democratic Party, like Chicago, New York, Martha's Vineyard, areas like that. And it's this what I'm saying, everything that they do is based off of politics. They don't give a fuck about the people. That's why it's so eloquent that this man say, you had my vote, but you don't now. And that fucked him up because that came out of nowhere and it was so unexpected. But to disprove what he just said, he said that they were faking the things, right? I need you to bring up the video, Mr. Producer, where the Palestinians are fleeing, like the Israelis told them, and they drop a bomb. I need you to pull that video up. I need you to bring that up. To disprove what Ron DeSantis said.
That's active.
Now, what you all just saw, that's southern Gaza, where the Israelis told the Palestinian people to flee, Get away. And they doing that. They getting the fuck away from Hamas, the terrorist group. And the people are fleeing. They got kids, women, and children in the cars, and they're fleeing. And you drop a bomb on them fleeing. Now, remember, Ron DeSantis, who's running for president of the United States, said that you could not believe what Al Jazeera was putting out there. I got somebody sending me content of what's going on. A lot of the videos we are providing you today, you're not going to see them anywhere else. Only exclusively on the Chris Miles Show. CNN has the same source, but they'll never run it. You know why? Because they're one-sided in the coverage of what they put out there, because they only want you to feel sorry for the people that's causing the problem. What we got next, Mr. Producer? So this proved that Ron DeSantis is a liar. He's a goddamn liar. And what's scary is this man. Now, pause that right there. Just pause that, Mr. Producer. Pause that right there. I want everybody, before we go into this video, I want everybody to look at that image. This is a person that was in an apartment in a building. Okay? The bomb hit, cluster of the bomb hit when it imploded. It blew that person down to the next level, bottom level. And their body is hanging from the building. Their body is hanging from the building. Now, Ron DeSantis just said that Al Jazeera was making this shit up. That's what that motherfucker said. He said that it was making this up. He's an evil person. And anybody out there would tell you that Israel have a right to exist, but the Palestinians don't, and they'll have a right to protect themselves, something is wrong with it. That's wrong. And God has to judge them. Run that video, Mr. Producer. That's a kid. That is an actual child. That's not Hamas. I don't see Israel killing no Hamas people. The terrorists, as they call them. Why y'all ain't killing the terrorists? Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, why the fuck you ain't killing Hamas? These are kids that you're killing. Matter of fact, before we get out of here tonight, I want you to run the video of Amari Stoudemire, the whole goddamn thing of me confirming. That motherfucker ain't said shit either. But this is the thing. Once again, Ron DeSantis said that the images that Al Jazeera was running was fake. I'm not putting fake images out here. Run that, Mr. Producer. A little boy, let me read it from the monitor. A little boy is the only survivor of the air raid on his house. While his family got killed, the Israeli occupation continues targeting innocent women and children. Once again, let me read that over, people. A little boy is the only survivor, of the air raid on his house. While his family got killed, the Israeli occupation continues. You got something you want to say?
Man, I'm speechless, man.
So,
But like you said, man, the news just showing one side, man.
so where y'all at on the issue, CNN? Huh? Where y'all at, CNN? Fox News? Where the fuck y'all at? Why y'all not showing this? Remember, these people went into this land and caused the destruction that you all see. It's the same thing that happened in Libya. Libya was a vibrant, functioning government until the Europeans went in there. Now it's all chaotic and fucked up, and everything just straight discord. Same thing with Iraq. Y'all people, y'all, don't nobody see what this is going on over there? Now, Linda Norworthy says, you're right, it's all sad. It's very sad. Leave the women and children alone. I know a lot of people out there watching it don't like what I'm saying, but you motherfuckers did me the same goddamn way, which is why the Chris Miles Show exists. Yes. You dropped a bomb on an apartment building, kill this child, entire family. He's the only living person out of that, living individual. Person would be a legal fiction, but he's the only living individual that lived. Do you not think that this child, whoever raised him, if Christ had returned, he's going to grow up and have disdain for the people that's in the land and the United States. Because the United States supplied these people with the devastation that unalived this family. And that's what you all see going on. But these people are supposed to be God's people. How do God's people, I thought, Mr. Producer, when you were growing up as a child, when you told God loves everybody, right? And when you told that?
Yes.
You was told Jesus loved everybody, right?
Yes.
Is this an example of God and Jesus loving everybody?
No.
Exactly. So something ain't adding up, people. We got another video up here. Bring it up, Mr. Producer. This is the devastation of the technology that America has provided Israel. Come on with it.
Man.
So y'all see there, those are the bombs that Israel is using on the Palestinians. Now, Mr. Producer, let's use some concise logic and reasoning, okay? Right? Can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Producer, just say we're in a neighborhood, right? And Babuka, this is hypothetical. Just say Babuka is amongst the people in the neighborhood, right? And the people that's in the neighborhood, get devastated by bombs, right?
Right.
That simply means that the people that's going after Babuka are not trying to kill Babuka, but everybody.
Seem like they trying to knock the whole community off the map.
That's my point. So, and they're using. Oh, so this is the thing.
You dropping all the bombs, destroying all their agriculture and all their architect.
Right.
You gonna displace the whole people. So
That's
now the land up for grabs.
And then exactly. And then guess what you do? You use Hamas as you blame the shit on Hamas. Well, Hamas was amongst the people, so we didn't know shit. We just shot the bombs. It's called collateral damage. We didn't know shit. We just shot the bombs and shit. You know, they was in the way. Use some sick ass people to do some shit like that. You sick. That's what you are. You're sick. And it's a coward way to fight people because get on the ground. You looking for Hamas, get on the goddamn ground and look for them. Nobody condones what they're doing. I want you to find them. Fuck them up. But what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to go out here and hurt women and children. Because everybody has a right to life. That's the point. Now, what you see on your screen is that of the Gaza Strip. And there's a barrier around the Gaza Strip. That's all the Palestinians have there, is what you see on your screen. That's it. They can't move outside of those barriers, which would be in the red. On the south of Gaza would be Egypt. That border is closed. You go to the top part of it, which would be Lebanon, which you would have Hezbollah. They're at the top part of it. So all of the stuff that you see over there going on over there in that area is catastrophic at this point. And the people and the Palestinians are innocent. They cannot move. You got the Mediterranean Sea, you got Egypt to the south, Rez crossing at the top, which would be going into Lebanon, and I think above that with Iran and all those other areas. Then you have Israel, which before 1948 was the land of Palestine, which Mr. Producer brought the map up there. And the people that's over there now has conquered all of the land pretty much, except the Gaza Strip. And probably after how they bombing it and all of that stuff, they're probably gonna take all of that from the Palestinians. That's why they want them out of it. Then you gotta say, Mr. Producer?
No, man, it's just learning, man. But I'm saying them folks boxed in, man. What can they do?
They can't do shit. And you know what's really crazy about it? It's a controlled environment. Like the water, the food, they're at the mercy of the Israelis. Like they cut the water off. Mr. Producer, I want you to think about this. Think about the feces, people shitting and pissing and all this stuff, and they don't have running water to flush the toilets. It becomes hazardous. It becomes something where people to get sick from. You don't have running water. You cut the water off. People can't get food. You're trying to kill these people. Then when the people flee, you say, okay, then we open the border up, flee. When they fleeing,
they picking them off.
You dropping bombs on them. But CNN, Fox, MSNBC, New York Times, we know who own you guys. You all are only showing one side of the topic. Then you got this motherfucker, Michael Rappaport, with his pale ass, he getting on there talking shit too. It's a bad situation. It's really bad. What we got next, Mr. Producer? Let me read some comments. My cousin, he's also said he loved thy neighbor as you would love thyself. Exactly. Damn shame. This is my cousin Karen, who's an administrator on Chris Miles show page. Damn shame. And nobody is talking about it instead is about Hamas killing Israeli people. Exactly. So, like I said, it comes down to everything being one-sided. Remember the guy that was in there arguing with Benjamin Netanyahu? He said, he called Benjamin Netanyahu what?
No, Hitler. Oh, I don't know.
He called him a crazy man, pretty much.
Crazy man. Yeah.
Right. So you have Hitler at the top who said that we are the master race. Yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu, who his folks were fleeing what? German persecution, correct?
You're right.
Okay.
Right.
They say that we're God's chosen people. Both of them acted very recklessly. And they all the same because they're from Germany. What's the difference?
Shit, I don't know. Don't look like a difference to me.
What we got next? So, people, the whole point is you have to understand the essence of what all of this is. Now, a lot of you all might ask, why are you pointing out these things? It's important to point out because it has to be established that the people are not who they say they are. That's the point. This guy here, this is a book that everybody should get. It was by Arthur Koestler. It's called The 13th Tribe. And what he said, I have the book, I read the book. He said in order for Michael Rappaport to be who he claimed he is, there would have to be a 13th tribe. Guess what he was, Mr. Producer?
Jewish.
He was Jewish. He also mysteriously lost his life. So when people tell the truth, they become targets. Unfortunate, but it's a fact. It's a true fact. But the whole thing of it is now is a part of these things coming forward is you have conduits out there like TikTok and other social media outlets, even Twitter, being exposed or exposing. This guy, there's a guy on there, I did have his name. Give me a second, Daniel. Hold on. I'm gonna bring you in on a second. You got people out there, or a guy out there who actually threatened to try to shut down X, which is formerly Twitter. Yeah. Because he said that there was a bias. He said that what's the guy? Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Had a bias. What's going on, brother Daniel? I got my friend from California. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you doing, Chris?
I'm doing excellent, man. We're in here talking about the devastation that's going on over there
In Islam?
Right.
Yeah.
And I reached out to you earlier, and we could have brought you up on the screen. It sounded like you on the road.
Yes, I am. I'm just getting off for work, man. I'm coming to drop a vehicle off, and I'll be done for the rest of the evening. But I still wanted to, add a little.
Yeah. And I'm gonna turn the platform over to you. But yeah, so what I was doing, Brother Daniel, I was actually pointing out to the people that's over there in the land are not who they have convinced the world into believing that that's who they are.
And they're not. We know that they're not because it's all in the scriptures that they're not.
Right.
And it's just basically, and not only that, it's been a worldwide conspiracy to defend them. Understand that, even in, I'm not trying, I'm just going to add a little.
No, come on with it. Come on, man. This is,
All you got to do is go, if you, anyone, brothers and sisters that are on this platform right now have a Bible, it's right there in front of your face. But we, again, that's that old adage. We've been hidden. They've been telling lies to us for 500-something years. And they are not the people. They're not Shemitic. They're descendants of Jacob, which was the so-called Europeans, the
right.
islands of the Gentiles. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 1 through 5, it tells you, and they don't hide who they are in the Bible. They even acknowledge they are Ashkenaz in plain sight. In
right.
the present day, they say they're Ashkenazi Jews. There's an area in the Caucasus Mountains called Khazaria, or the Khazars, where you get the word Tsar from.
Right.
Okay, and they basically converted to Judaism in the 700s. Okay, after and the fact that it was said that we were going to forget us, you and I, and the brothers and sisters are on this platform right now are the true people of the Most High.
There you go.
God.
Right.
And that's confirmed. That's in Deuteronomy chapter 7, all through chapter 7, Deuteronomy in chapter 28.
Right.
Genesis 15, chapter 12 through 15, verse 12 through 15, it says, and then Acts chapter 7,
right.
1 through 6. It says that after 400 years, we were going to wake up. And God is going to deliver us and bring us back to the prominence that we were before our fall. Right now, that the message that the Gentiles' rule is over came yesterday with that ring of fire, that black solar eclipse. The sun was blackened. It's already in Scripture about how, I don't have my references right now, but it is, I could bring that to you at a later date, that the sun was going to be blackened. I think that's Revelation 11.
Right.
But again, they're not the people. Those Palestinians that you're talking about of being afflicted and killed are the remnant of our people, the remnant of Judah, the southern kingdom of Judah, that was there when the Romans came and sacked Jerusalem
right.
in 70 AD.
70 AD, which is what I said earlier. Correct.
And you're on it too. I gotta throw down that support for you because we're waking up, and I gotta give you credit, brother, because I've been following you for a minute, and every time I add a little something to as a witness to confirm a matter. That's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
Support each other.
Right.
Because these are in the latter days of their rule.
Right.
It's over for them.
Right.
That's why you see what's going on in these areas in which, think of it. When would Vladimir Putin find the opportunity to start posting the real true people of God
Right.
in his interviews and stuff like that?
Exactly.
That's a message.
Right.
That's a message. It's time. It's time. They're freaking out all over the world. They're freaking out that we're waking up, and their demise is happening. There's so much confusion amongst them. They're trying to kill us all, but it's not going to happen that way, because anything they try to do against us, it fails. It backfires
Right.
on them.
Right.
You got too much science going on. Too much. Way too much. And it's time that we start killing each other, because we're killing our brothers and sisters, because those are the clowns that the Most High Himself has set apart and given a
reprobate spirit.
Yes, there you go.
Right.
That's spirit of delusion.
It's a spirit of delusion, correct.
We'll always have the 2/3 amongst us.
Exactly. They're 2/3. No question about it.
Okay. And it is time we start educating our people who don't know, but who are chosen to be, how can you say, who've given the spirit of, it's our responsibility to pass on this knowledge.
Right.
Okay, we got an obligation. It's just it's not. It is the beginning of their end, because Jacob's trouble,
right?
Because we are of Jacob, is over. It was over after the 400th anniversary from 1619,
right?
When Judah, Benjamin, and Levi got here. In 1619, the northern kingdom of Israel was already here.
That's exactly. That's what
600. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I was going to say, hold that thought. What I was saying is, brother, that was what I brought out earlier about when we came into captivity via the transatlantic slave trade. The northern kingdom was already here in the Americas. And go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Exactly. 600 BC. So after Assyrian captivity, you can find that in 2 Kings chapter 7, 1 to 41. It tells you what Hosea the king
went.
The Assyrians went and took the northern and removed the northern kingdom from that area.
Right.
And whatever they had other people occupying that area and in the northern kingdom stead.
Right.
Okay. Then you got Ezekiel 37 talks about how God was going to restore both the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom.
Right.
With the sticks.
With the sticks.
Are two books.
Right. Exactly.
One for the northern kingdom and the other one for the southern kingdom.
Exactly.
The southern kingdom has the Bible and the Apocrypha.
Right. Which was removed the 1611 by the Catholic Church
some years ago.
Exactly. To hide the identity of what's going on, what you see today.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got it.
Right.
You got it on point right there.
Right. So
and all you got to do is go to the Apocrypha. That's Second Esdras, and Esdras is another name for Ezra.
Right.
Under the Greek name.
Right.
Okay. Go to Second Esdras, chapter 13, verse 40 through 49, and the area of which they settle is Asarath, which is
America. Right. As we call it Assyria, but you're right. Yeah. And this is the other thing too. This is the other thing, brother. What most people don't know, they just came out of celebrating Christopher Columbus Day. Christopher Columbus knew where these Israelites were because he read the book, the Apocrypha. He read the Bible.
Exactly.
That's how he knew. Yeah. That's how he knew where they were. So all of the things that you've ever gotten out there, people, like there's so much stuff I can't even go in because I don't have the time to. But me and Daniel are going to break this stuff down one day so everybody gets it. But Christopher Columbus, who they say discovered America, he knew where the Israelites were because he read the Bible with the Apocrypha.
And not only that, he was a Sephardic Jew that converted to Christianity during the Spanish Inquisition.
There you go.
His real name is Cristobal Colon.
That's it. The word colonize or colon, that's where that comes from. People wake up. Wake up.
Hey, we got the, and everything. If you want to look through all this, you want to look for the truth, brothers and sisters of Yisrael, and that's all of us, scattered all over the world.
Right.
Australia, New Zealand, New Guinea, Fiji, Tahiti, Guam. We all over. God has scattered us all over the world.
There you go.
To get confirmation, get Baruch chapter 2, Baruch chapter 4 in the Apocrypha. Look it up. If you got an Apocrypha, get one. If you don't
have one, right. And make sure it's the King James Version.
James Version.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Because King James was
the last king of Scots.
No, Charles II, and because they remembered that, you remember the war that happened after King James was the Jacobite.
That's true. That's right. Right. Stand corrected.
And the so-called Scots.
Right.
And the so-called Scots are us.
Right. True.
We were royal. We ran Europe
right.
at one particular point
right.
in time until the Most High said He was going to punish us, and they took us down.
Right.
And the people that took us down were what you would call barbarians, the Visigoths.
Let me just say this, Daniel. What's funny about that? If you notice the terminologies that's being used today to describe Hamas, they're calling them barbarians. Oh, they actually what they did was barbaric. Yeah. So a lot of the things that what this brother here has brought out, people, is what is actually going on today. And this is the thing. This is why I get mad with these Christian churches, because all they get out of those churches are song, dance, and theater. Nobody is breaking down. No one is the Bible is not some mystic book. It's not a book of folk hero and all of that stuff. It is a book of what's going to happen as past, present, and future of the people of that book, the Israelites, which are us. I'm gonna give you the last word, Daniel, and we'll pick back up on this some other time. But go ahead.
Sure. All I'm gonna say is, you're on here. You're on this podcast. You're on here for a reason. And pay attention, be vigilant, and also start, gaining as much understanding and knowledge, and be vigilant. Do not allow them to distract you, because all you got to do is read Psalm 83. These are the Psalm 83. This is future prophecy and past and present prophecy with regards to the nations scattered all over the world that have us at the bottom.
Right.
You can tell by who is who by the way we're scattered and we're at the bottom.
Right.
We don't know who we are. Them people over there are giving you the impression they knew. They've always known, but the Most High Himself says we will not know who we are. We will worship images of wood and stone.
Right.
That's in Deuteronomy 28.
That's it.
36, 38, 36, 37, and 39. And all you got to do is read from Deuteronomy chapter 28, 1 through 68, and you can tell that's us.
Right. No.
That's all. And my prayers are with you all. And because bottom line is, and also, don't worry, these are not Jacob's troubles anymore. It's Esau's trouble.
Right.
Read Obadiah 1 to the whole chapter of Obadiah 1.
Right.
All right?
That's it.
It's a pleasure. I'm glad I'm able to share some information that would help our brothers and sisters get up out from Pastor Pork Chop in the preacher pen.
Come on now.
Because also, one more thing before you let me go. Read Jeremiah 23.
Right.
It's important because it tells you right now about, he said, woe be unto the preachers and the prophets that lead my flock astray. There's judgment for Pastor Pork Chop in the preacher pen.
There you go.
Blessings be upon you all, and shalom.
Shalom. We're gonna bring this brother back in the future. So basically, he edified what I was telling you guys. Okay. What we got next, Mr. Producer? Anything else on this subject matter you want to transition?
Yeah, that was it, man.
Okay. So let's do this, Mr. Producer. You told me when all of this stuff started to unfold you told me that you wanted me to cover the thing with Jada. So why are you so adamant about this story?
No, I just remember the first time when the slap happened, you was real adamant about exposing her for her wickedness. So, I just figured that you would want to indulge in it, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, and I do. That was a year ago, right?
Yep.
Last March? Or has it been 2 years?
Whenever, was it the Oscar, the Grammys or the Oscars? Whenever.
It was the Oscars.
Yeah.
Because that was 2 years ago, wasn't it? Or was it in?
No, it was last year.
It was last year? Okay, all right. So, what I find so destructive about Jada, right? Or better yet, let's pivot to Will. Give me an image of them. I know you got it. Will slapped Chris Rock. He said that he was standing up for the honor and the integrity of his wife, correct?
Yeah.
He said, leave my wife fucking name out of your mouth. That's what he told Chris Rock, right? Okay. So, Mr. Producer, do you think that because of the Oscars, that after that night, do you think that their relationship further declined, or because I remember the young dude, what's his name? August Alsina. He was fucking what her name is, right?
Yeah.
Right. So when he was doing all this, where was Will at, man? Was he there in the house, or they was separated? Give me the whole...
Will was out making movies, man, making money. You know what I'm saying? Jada, she worked from home. Ain't nobody trying to put her on no movies.
I mean, she's done.
She's done, but ain't nobody checking for her now. Will still a big star. He's still getting movie roles. He got to provide for his family. She not doing nothing but the red table talk that don't too many people watch.
So, Mr. Producer.
Yeah.
I think you remember, I remember you were doing some work on my house, right? And the conversation had came up while you was out there doing the work. And some young lady called you that y'all got into it about over the subject matter.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, she cussed you out. Like, fuck you. And when all of this stuff happened, a lot of people took sides.
Right.
So what you think it is now?
I mean, just my experience, women don't admit when they wrong, so it's probably the same thing, to be honest.
That's true.
But I mean, it kind of came around full circle. I mean, everybody was kind of, sympathizing with Chris Rock and, what happened. And
but I mean, you had
everybody
to,
was like, fuck Will, you stupid by what you're doing. But she just further fucking them over, man. I'm saying she just to sell a book. I mean,
so one of the things I want to bring up too, Mr. Producer. There was a white woman did a timeline, right?
Yeah, a little TikTok, yeah.
Yeah. So what I want to do is, before you go into that video, I want to elaborate a little more on the essence of what we are and what's going on with this situation here, and how I think Jada has been destructive to the imagery of a lot of black women. I mean, the mentality. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
Now, if you look at her, you say, no, it ain't. You would actually probably put Sexy Red in that category, because I mean, that bitch is out with it. But Jada has been probably more so destructive than Sexy Red. When you think,
I guess she's a what would you call it? She's a more classier version
of Sexy Red.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. More polished, in other words.
Yeah, more polished.
I think would probably be the
but she still
most appropriate term for that.
Right. She still does. Her and her mama still did a lot of the same shit that, Sexy Red and all these other girls doing. They don't talk about it in that way. They use bigger words.
Wow.
What Sexy Red would say, her coochie pink, Jada would probably say her vagina is pink. Same difference.
She would be more clever than that, because she would just say, no, I was in this entanglement.
Right.
I was in an entanglement.
Yeah.
So she's gonna come up with, in other words, she's like Ron DeSantis. She's gonna come up with some clever way to disguise
the wretchedness.
Yeah, the wretchedness. In other words, you understand? When you ride with that,
I agree with you.
Okay.
I'm in the car.
Okay,
I'm in the car with you.
Okay, all right. So bring up that video, Mr. Producer.
Jada's lying, and I have the timeline to prove it. Jada is currently on her Pay Attention to Me tour, and she is making all these wild claims, including that Tupac proposed to her while he was at Rikers. Really? The math isn't mathing, so let's take a look. Tupac was convicted of sexual assault charges on February 8th, 1995. From there, he was sent to Rikers Prison, only to be transferred less than a month later to Clinton Correctional Facility. And she specifically said she went to see him. This was not on the phone.
Book when I go to see him in Rikers, probably one of the more painful parts. Seeing him there, the condition that he was in, and having to leave him there.
Cool. So prior to going into Rikers, Tupac already had a girlfriend named Keisha. He proposed to Keisha, her words, in a September 2011 interview. He proposed to Keisha before he even went into prison. They were already engaged. They got married in April. And in the time that he got sentenced and was taken to prison, Keisha actually moved closer to be by him and be by the prison, and saw him on a near daily basis.
When he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers.
So you're telling me that in the 3 to 4 week window that he was at Rikers, engaged to another woman who had moved closer to the prison and was there almost every day, Tupac proposed to Jada. But hey, Jess, you might be saying to yourself, Tupac wasn't known to be a one-woman man. He was no angel. Fair enough. Let's see where Jada was during February of 1995, which was, as we've already established, the only time she would have been able to see Tupac at Rikers, since he was only there for less than a month. You see, Jada had already met Will Smith in 1994 on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But Will Smith was married, and so nothing happened between them. But in February of 1995, Will Smith was served divorce papers by his wife. 5 days later, on February 19th, Will called Jada and said, "Are you single?" And she said, "Yep." Will said, "We're together now." Jada said, "Cool." And she immediately flew to LA. She flew so immediately that when he called her, she was in Maryland at a brand new house she bought. And she never spent a single night in her new house. That's how immediately she flew to LA. You know, when in all that time did you visit Tupac at Rikers and get this fucking proposal? And for the record, Keisha and Tupac stayed married for about 10 months. They got their marriage annulled about 4 or 5 months after Tupac was released from prison. He was bailed out by Suge Knight. It wasn't long after that that he met Kidada Jones. Kidada Jones is the daughter of legendary Quincy Jones. Kidada looks a little recognizable. You may know her sister, Rashida Jones, who played Karen on The Office. Kidada and Tupac were living together and engaged when Tupac was shot and killed. Kidada was the one that was there with him at the hospital the night he died. Kidada was handed his bloody clothes. She was the one who told him, "We all love you," before he slipped into a coma and never woke up. Keisha spoke with Tupac several days before he died because even though their marriage was annulled, they still remained good friends. And I can't help but notice that all of the women who are actually part of his life in a meaningful way are the ones that have just kept quiet. They've kept silent. They've kept their memories to themselves and not tried to use a dead man as their limelight. And the person who's squawking about him the most is making claims that can't even be verified and don't make sense from the perspective of a verifiable timeline.
So many people in that position don't have support.
Right.
None at all.
None. You know?
And he got the best.
He did get the best, but not from Jada, because per Will Smith's own words, that him and Jada were pretty much humping all over the world. They were traveling constantly from the first 3 months they were together, all over the world. So Tupac did get some great support, I imagine, from his wife, who moved closer to be with him and visited him every day. And why do I care? Because I'm Gen X. And like any good Gen X person, I grew up on Tupac. We all remember this going down. We all remember where we were when we heard that Tupac got shot or that he died. We all had this fucking hat from Poetic Justice. We're all just sitting here watching Jada spout these lies being like, do you think no one remembers? Because we all remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers, Jada.
Wow.
So, Mr. Producer, it turns out Jada lied.
Yeah, according to that young lady right there.
I mean, she provided.
She pulled up the timeline. She pulled the receipts. Yeah, she pulled the receipts now.
She got the receipts. So, she goes on Stack 5 show. He don't question shit. He don't, man, this dude. You know, this is what I'm talking about black celebrities, man.
He just happy to have some on his damn show.
Man, this dude don't question shit, man. He ain't asked the tough questions. You understand? He ain't saying nothing.
What you would ask him?
Well, I would ask him. I'd have went more in depth with the subject matter pertaining to the conversation about Tupac. I mean, we talking about Tupac, man. We talking about one of the most prolific rappers of all time. If not, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, this guy, Tupac, changed the rap industry, bro. So, what I like about what this young lady did, she broke down the timeline. But this is what I want to say about Jada. Jada a thug, man. And I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it real, Mr. Producer. Jada is she was too hard for Will. Will just one of them little, what you call the dude you say you went to school with? What's his name?
To my MC Urkel.
Yeah. That's Will. Will was not aggressive enough. Jada like one of them. She like them. She like what's the guy name? A Jeezy or somebody. You know what's his name? August Alsina. I think he one of them pretty boys, but I'm just saying.
I'm saying Tupac he won Tupac back then, man.
What you mean?
I'm saying when they went to school together,
listen, man.
He wasn't that yet, man. He turned into that.
No, but you got to understand something about Tupac, though, Mr. Producer. Tupac was a rebel. He grew up around rebels, man.
Yeah.
Women love men, aggressive men. You've gotten it, I've gotten it. You know what I'm saying? I get it all the time. Women are attracted to men that stand on something, man. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then. All right. So the whole point is, one of the things that we've come to realize about that of Jada is a very deceptive woman. And her whole thing was she was running the game on that of Will all along. Now it's come to fruition about really what their agenda was. And then they say it was it ain't been a year. From the slap that was heard around the world, now she's coming out saying that Chris Rock asked her out on a date and all this other stuff. You know, when Will slapped the man, she was there at the show at the Oscars laughing about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. She told Good Morning America that she was shocked when he said, keep my wife's name out, because she said they ain't been calling each other that for the last 6 or 7 years or whatever. But I'm saying that if that's the case, I don't think he would have reacted like that, man. So some of the milk ain't clean, man. Why would he react like that? Or why would he react when she told him about the entanglement if he don't feel like, they husband and wife?
Well, the entanglement thing was, when we saw that was really hurtful.
But I'm saying, she's saying that they've been separated since 16. They've been separated. They ain't been living together. They ain't been having nothing. Separated.
Hold on.
Since 16. So what I'm saying, she's saying that they've been separated that long. So, I mean, why would he have emotions? Why would he have them type of emotions like that if they ain't, you know what I'm saying, still?
I mean, goddamn. I mean, really, Mr. Producer. Come on, brother.
No, I'm just saying, she making it seem like she was surprised, and I'm just saying, even the way
he got 2 kids by her, bro.
I understand that with him.
Let me ask you something.
But she's saying she talking about, I don't call him my husband no more. He's not my man. We ain't together. We just ain't on paper divorced, but we divorced.
Listen,
spiritually.
I get that. I get all that. Well,
that shit ain't coincide.
This is the thing, Mr. Producer. We all in dibble and dabble with females before, right? Right?
Right.
Okay. You got women out there that you might have, just, it could have been purely pleasurable or sex for you, right? At some point in time, you still grow some form of like for that woman. Am I correct?
And we talking about a husband and wife.
Man, listen,
we ain't talking about just
this. I get all that.
We ain't talking about just falling in love with catching feelings for another woman. That's what I'm saying.
This is my point. I don't give a shit what she say. Will had feelings for her, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
So what I'm saying,
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. She lying is what I'm saying.
She lying.
She lying. She lying about, you know what I'm saying, that they've been separated since 16, and You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, from 16 to 22 or whenever the shit happened and all this stuff occurred, you know what I'm saying? He been out there messing around with somebody else. He'll probably just be that Will. I'm saying, I'm just saying if that was the case,
right.
He would have, got her out of his system by now.
Right.
They just stand together for the kids, and so he won't.
The kids are grown.
I'm just saying, and so she won't get half his money. You know what I'm saying? That's the only, that would be the only reason we still together on paper. But I'm saying she just like the girl said, she just looking for some attention. Cause that don't make no sense.
Well, she has definitely galvanized a lot of attention.
Cause think about this: if she's saying they've been separated since 16, when she invited him to the red table talk, she wouldn't have had a disguise fucking Alcina as entanglement.
Right.
She would just been like, you was out, right? You was out doing, your movie thing, and I was helping this young man, and we end up getting in a relationship. We end up fucking. She ain't say that. She disguised that shit. Talking about some entanglement. Come on, man.
So we got a comment from Tish Simpson Sheldon said,
"Come on, Tish.
Jada is a joke."
Come on, Tish.
And I agree. That's the whole point, Tish.
Come on with it, Tish.
This is the whole thing is. That's what I love about Tish, man. She tell it like it is. Like you said, on most scenarios, women will not engage other women on their bad behavior. But Tish will do it.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
come on with it, Tish. That's what I'm saying. That's how you know, man. She fugazi about what she's saying and what she doing. Will Hart still there. He don't know. Come on. I'm saying he gonna do whatever to protect her image because he still love that woman.
So why did Will leave his first wife for Jay? I mean, because they have a kid together, right?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you something, Mr. Producer. The kid that he got by his first wife, that child ain't all screwed up.
Yeah, he ain't all crazy. He was in the little video. He was in the video of when I seen a little video of her getting her books. She had the little book opening.
Was it a girl or a boy?
It was a boy. He looked just like Will.
So he got a son?
Yeah, he got another son. Fucking Jalen was looking like a weirdo. Wow. He in the kitchen. I wish I could find it real quick. He in the kitchen. I'm talking about he got a whole rubber suit on with his face covered up. You can't see nothing but his eyes, and he's sitting there looking at the book. Man, I'm like,
so Mr. Producer,
I gotta try to. I'm gonna try to find it.
Yeah, find it. Do you think wholeheartedly that those kids got all of that weirdness from Jada?
Man, come on. Yeah. Cause I'm saying she let them be free spirits and do this, and Will just went along with it. Will just went along with it to make her happy, man.
So now it has all decayed.
Man, no, it's everybody against Will. Everybody trying to fuck Will over. But I mean, it's his fault.
Okay, Dorothy said his first is a boy. Okay, thanks, Dorothy.
Yeah,
I'm not up on a lot of stuff with Will, man. I know I should be, and I was out.
I got a picture right here of all of them.
I was out in Hollywood with Benny Medina and Handprint, which was Will Smith's manager. I was in all that whole little shebang with them at once upon a time. They are both responsible for being friends and not parenting.
True. You right about that.
Now this is what Dorothy said. Thanks for that.
You damn right, Dorothy. Now I'm trying to find that other picture.
So let me ask you something, Mr. Producer. Some people have said that Will's son is gay. Is he gay? Is the girl gay?
I don't know, man. Shit. I mean, they trisexual.
Trisexual?
Man, that girl's in the house fucking at 14.
Come on.
And her mom and them knew about it. I'm saying Jaden talking about he want to cut his dick off when he get of age, and he wears skirts. I'm pretty sure. Then what's that rapper?
So we got.
It's one of them rappers that
what's the
they were calling each other baby. And,
we got the what was
nah, he ain't no transsexual. I said trisexual.
Oh, okay.
They'll try anything.
Okay. So, people, we are trying to figure out what's the deal with this of Will Smith and Jada. Like she's hitting all of the talk show.
Let me let me download this shit right here, man.
What you got?
No, just keep going, man. I just
No,
want to show how weird fucking Jalen turned out to be.
So we are just, just like I'm saying, a lot of the things that are actually being exposed now with that. We talked about these things back here. When was it? Last year, right, Mr. Producer?
Yeah, we was talking about the slap.
Yeah, the slap. Mr. Producer, one of Mr. Producer's good friends, they actually got into it about the conversation of what we're talking about today. I don't know why this thing didn't hyperlink, but
let me play this shit, man.
All right, you guys. This is the first time I'm going to see the book. We're all together. I have not seen the book yet. We just got the first time.
If they ain't still hugging the wife, why? Come on, man. If they ain't still hugging the
Wow, this is really beautiful. The introduction to each section is really standing out.
This is how I'm being born. This is, I just flipped straight to this page. Will and I are in bed in a rented villa in Cabo San Lucas. It's late summer, 1997.
Jada, you flipped straight to that page.
I'm pregnant. Will and I are, yeah.
Oh my God, this is when I came. This is when I showed up.
There's so much cool stuff about this book.
I'm so proud of you. Thank you guys for being so supportive.
Absolutely.
I know I checked out for a little while. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, dude, look like they separated.
This was hard work.
I'm saying this is hard work. Dude, look like they separated.
baby, my new baby.
Yeah, that's her mom. She was a thought too. She was a big thought.
who was that girl?
That's Willow.
Wow, that's some weird shit, man.
No, not. I'm talking about what Jaden got on is weird. What the rest of them look normal. We talking about Jaden.
I'm just saying the whole shebang with that is weird, bruh.
No, just Jaden.
I get that what he got on. I mean, he probably. Man, truth be said, Mr. Producer, he probably just doing that for the fact of camera shit. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
But I'm saying the whole family.
So all these kids, and I'm sure some of y'all kids do it. It's 100 degrees outside, but they got pullovers on and hoodies on. Okay, so they doing it for the camera. They doing it for TikTok.
I mean, I don't know the explanation behind it.
I'm saying that's just
the shit. What he doing is what kids do, though, Mr. Producer.
Why?
Man, listen.
So you get that cold,
man.
I'm saying so you get that cold, you whatever the fuck, or you just you wear a pullover in the heat. Come on, man.
Let me say this. I saw a young man one day. I was actually headed to go get with you on some business. This was back in August. The young man had on a goddamn bubble black jacket with a fucking hoodie on his head. I told you about it. Short pants and flip flop. Now he could have been like mentally challenged.
No, ain't nothing wrong with these shit, man. They children just, I don't know. It's just weird. That's their style. That's their style. Hoodies.
So
hoodies.
All right.
With the hood on,
Mr.
and they wear them.
If that is the style, what the fuck is wrong with Will and them son having this on?
It's retarded.
Okay. All right. So anyway, people, we hope that you guys have enjoyed the show. We hope that we have enlightened you. It's been fun. As always, Mr. Producer's been kind of distant today. We're going to talk after the show. I had a lot of fun. I really did. Hopefully, like I say, some people out there are much more enlightened on the subject matter that we brought out today. One of the things I would like to encourage everybody to do, I'd like for you guys, we at this camera right here, yeah. I would like to encourage everybody out here to not take my word for it, but to go do the research. Okay? Do the research. And we've given everybody out here pertinent information for you to find whatever it is you need to find about the subject matter of what we talked about today. In closing, Mr. Producer called, what's his name, Jaden?
Jaden, yeah.
Jaden or Jalen?
Jalen, one of them.
Jay, we just call him Jay. Mr. Producer called him weird. I think he's just being a typical kid.
That man said he gonna cut his dick off when he get 21. What do you mean?
Well, you didn't provide me that.
What you
quote,
mean? So how this man ain't weird?
I'm saying, you need to provide me that quote that he said that.
I give it to it. Ain't no issue.
Well, before we go, I want Mr. Producer to bring this quote up. I'm tired of people saying shit, man, without proving stuff, man.
Hold on, man. Well, Rambo.
What's up, Mark?
Talk to Mark until I find it.
In Chris' defense, here in Florida, these kids wear the hottest all year crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
They are doing it. This is my classmate.
But it don't make no sense. Why? I asked the little kid. He said, "Why are you doing that, bro?"
Well, hopefully, Dorothy, that since the weather where we are is changing. It's cold. So, I ain't cold, but hopefully they're going to put on some goddamn, they're going to put on some jackets or something to keep warm with. I don't think you're going to be able to find that, Mr. Producer.
Shit, yes I am.
So Mr. Producer is supposed to provide us a quote where this Jay, I'm just gonna call him Jay, Will's son, said that. And I mean, but is that literal though, Mr. Producer?
Man, he said, I don't know, somebody asked him something, he said it doesn't define him. He said he want to get it removed. He said it does not define him.
So he's what they call that? Damn, what's the word for?
He ain't nothing. I'm just saying. He just said he was gonna do it. He ain't never did it. I want to try to find what he said. I see what
So, my classmate said, it is nothing to see them here. 80 degrees weather, hoodies up. I think these kids are on Molly or some shit, Dorothy. I mean, they got to be on something. A lot of the shit that I see going on. Oh, that's the word, binary. Thank you, Dorothy. Thanks for watching the Chris Miles Show and providing the facts. I needed that. Binary. You supposed to know that, Mr. Producer. Because I didn't know shit about it. Wait, hold on. I didn't know nothing about none of these words. And I was asking you, because what was one of this chick I ran into, what she told me she was what? Pansexual or some shit. So Dorothy, what is pansexual? What's up, Mike? What's up, Michael Verner? We from the same hood. Anyway, what's pansexual? Dorothy, do you know what pansexual is?
That mean that they attracted to anything.
A dog?
You could be purple. They ain't attracted about it. They attracted to how, I guess, anything turn them on or whatever, some shit like that. God damn.
What's up, brother? Man, we trying to get through this show, man. We about to close it out. Oh wow, they date everything and everything.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, you did say that.
I did.
So damn, pansexual? I've never heard of this shit before, man. I mean, when the chick brought it to me, I brought it to you. I think you said that something to the fact of they would, try anything or some shit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Man, come on, man. You struggling with this thing, man? What you doing,
I'm finna post it so you can read it. I'm finna put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm gonna put it on the screen. So everybody can see it, man. So everybody can see what this thing is, man. That ain't bullshit. That man said this shit. Hold on, where is it?
Man.
I got it. Hold on. Screenshot. Oh shit. Man.
Dorothy say they date trans, heterosexual, everything. No gender identity.
It ain't but two genders.
Man.
It ain't number two genders.
Well, I get what she's saying. She's saying no. Well, what she's saying that to them, gender doesn't matter.
All right, here we go. Let me get it. Let me go and bring it over here, man.
So he's gonna put on on the screen for everybody to see.
So you can read it, man.
Allegedly, what?
What you mean allegedly?
What Will's son said. People.
It was some years ago, man. Hold on. He never did it, but he said it. All right, go ahead and read this. Let you read that.
All right.
There you go right there.
All right. This is a decision I made on my own, but I hope this doesn't affect my parents' decision to assist me with this financially. Giggle. Jaden is his name. When he revealed his 18th birthday plan, Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith, 16, made the announcement that he would have his male member removed on his 18th birthday because, in his word, my penis doesn't define me. Wow.
Look what D.L. Hughes said.
The story went viral a few weeks later when comedian D.L. Hughley posted a link to the article on his Facebook page. Wow.
Look what D.L. Hughley said.
Okay, down at the bottom, he said, if he thinks life after Earth was rough, wait till life after penis removal. Man.
Yeah, he did say it. He said it.
How did you
He
come
ain't do
across
it. Because I heard it. I listened to it. He ain't do it, but shit, he said it.
Wow. He get that shit from his mama, man. You ain't telling me shit.
Yeah, he got that shit from his mama, man. The crazy shit.
Well, people, I want to thank the ones that tuned in tonight to the Chris Miles Show. It's been fun. Hopefully everybody's entertained, or was entertained, is entertained. I know I'm sleeping, Mr. Producer. But anyway, we'll see you guys back here next week. Same place, same time. We were actually supposed to do the show today on Tupac and that Keefe D and P. Diddy. So we are still going to bring that show to, because we got some information, like the information we brought out today dealing with was on Palestine, Israel, and all that stuff there. We have some very important information to bring out pertaining to what really happened and who's really behind the murder of Tupac. Also, we got another special guest coming up. I'm not going to let that cat out of the bag. That information is still fresh and that kind of thing. I want to thank the person that has been providing me the imagery to what's going on over there in the Middle East. Appreciate that. But anyway, like I said, we'll be here same place, same time next week, most high willing. Want everybody out there to be safe, take care of yourself. And we'll see you next week. Anything you want to say, Mr. Producer?
No, man, you hit everything on the head.
All right. Well, Mr. Producer proved the point. He was right on the shit with, I was thinking it was just probably some playful shit on Will's son, but they're a weird family. That's all I'm going to say about it. But anyway, everybody out there, be safe. I love you guys. Until next time, the Moving Finger Rights has written, moves on. To all of you, good evening.